All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. So, while I was out traveling, while I was out exploring Jamaica, it seems like Leoda Bradshaw and her counterparts made a court appearance. For those of you who are still interested in the Leoda Bradshaw case, let me drag your memory a bit in case you don't know who I'm talking about. Leoda Bradshaw is the petty officer of the U.S. Navy who was stationed in Miami, Florida, but who also had been in a long-term relationship with Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell, and also has a child with Member of Parliament from in Jamaica, Philip Paulwell. Philip Paulwell is the person who controls his constituency is of East Kingston and Port Royal, and yes, he is a sitting Member of Parliament. Philip Paulwell, is, I believe, in his 60s, and Leoda is 30 something years old. There's an age difference, an age gap in the relationship, but that's for grown people, and they've been making it work for years. However, Leoda, being in the military in the US, has military obligations. So Leoda is not on the island of Jamaica all the time to watch her man. And what happens in the process is Philip Paulwell apparently had another relationship going with another young lady who was even younger than Leoda Bradshaw, 27-year-old Tashina Patterson. Philip Paulwell admitted that him and Tashina Patterson did have a child together. When Leoda Bradshaw found out about this, she did not take it too well. According to now what are her charges, is that she flew into a rage and then got on a plane and flew to Jamaica with the sole purpose of getting rid of Tashina Patterson and Philip Paulwell's 10-month-old daughter, Soraya Paulwell. Yes, the 10-month-old child carried her father's name. Yes, he is fully aware of his child's existence. This wasn't a knockoff child from a side chick who was hiding the baby. He was being a father to his child, and Leoda Bradshaw had just found out about it, and she was mad as heck. Now, up to date, this was the most endearing, this was the most shocking story out of Jamaica for last year. Reason being, because of what had been discovered, for what had happened to the 10-month-old Soraya Paulwell and the 27-year-old Tashina Patterson, the mother of that 10-month-old. Long story short, they were kidnapped, they were murdered gruesomely, and Leoda Bradshaw was charged with being the mastermind of that murder, kidnapping and murder. Now, fast forward to today. As I was out enjoying my time in Jamaica, this slipped me. When I'm in Jamaica, I don't really pay attention to the news per se. I'm in Jamaica to enjoy Jamaica, eat some good food, enjoy the ambiance, see some family members and friends, attend a few events, and then get back to work, back in the American side of things. So now that I'm back and I'm backtracking, seeing what happened while I was looking the other way, I realized that Leoda Bradshaw had a date in court recently. Murder accused Leoda Bradshaw and her 3 co-accused. They are scheduled to appear in the Supreme Court Thursday morning for a case management hearing, is what that article had said. So, what date are we talking about? Leoda Bradshaw and co-accused have since been remanded until the 18th of July 2024. But this is how it went down. Leoda Bradshaw and her 3 co-accused, who were set to return to court on July 18th for a case management hearing. Bradshaw, a longtime partner of Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell, she was charged last year with the murder of Tashina Patterson and the 10-month-old baby girl, Soraya Paulwell. Leoda Bradshaw, David Smith, Roland Balfour, which is Leoda Bradshaw's cousin, and Bajan Black. Those people appeared in court on Thursday, June 13th of 2024. The media was not allowed inside the courtroom to observe that Thursday's court proceedings. May I remind you all that the public in Jamaica was put on notice that they would not be privy to what types of deals were being made behind the scenes concerning this case and what will be happening behind the scenes concerning Leoda Bradshaw. This was a decision that was made by the head of the DPP, Department of Public Prosecution, Paula Llewellyn. Of course, before Paula Llewellyn left office, she said this to the public, and that piece of information had many of us scratching our heads, saying, why the secrecy? Given the fact that Philip Paulwell is a sitting member of Parliament, it makes this case a public interest case. So I believe that with taxpayers' money being used to fund any part of this judicial process, then the public is owed some transparency into how this case is handled. Not to mention that Leoda Bradshaw is also a member of the U.S. military who flew into Jamaica and allegedly masterminded a double murder, had it carried out, and then requested proof of the bodies before they disposed of the bodies, and was given proof of the bodies before they disposed of those bodies. Now, Smith, who is David Smith, he is alleged to be the trigger man behind the murder of the mother and the 10-month-old baby girl. And Black, the other guy, Bajan Black, has reportedly now acquired legal representation. They didn't have lawyers before, but they have lawyers now. A lot of people are still saying Philip Paulwell must be paying for Leoda Bradshaw's attorney, making sure she get the best care behind bars, making sure she gets the best attorney to deal with her case, maybe even paying for the other people's attorney representation who are involved in this case. There's a widespread conspiracy that Philip Paulwell has more to do with this case and the disappearance and death of his 10-month-old daughter, Soraya Paulwell, and her mother, Tashina Patterson. I continue to repeat on this channel, because we do not want to be a part of the rumor mill and misinformation. No proof was found or given that Philip Paulwell played any part in this sinister act. Smith is being represented by Franklin Crayon, while Black is being represented by Tamika Harris. The prosecution is now seeking the death penalty for Smith, who is said to be the trigger man. The way how they found out about Smith, reports are that Smith sent photos of the mother and the child to Leoda Bradshaw at her request after he had committed the murders. So he killed both of them, and Leoda was not on the scene where they were killed, apparently, but requested, I want to see them. I want to see a picture of them to make sure that they are dead, to make sure that they're killed the way I wanted them killed. Remember, she had offered money for them to carry out this act. It is through this means that Smith sent photographs to Leoda Bradshaw showing the mother and the child. If you know anything about technology, you will know that you might erase something from your phone, but it is never truly erased. Forensics digital experts can definitely recover anything that you've ever done with your phone. If you've sent pictures that are naked pictures and you say want to text and delete, all that stuff is recoverable. So in this case, through investigation, they were able to recover this piece of evidence, which tells them that there was a conversation between Smith and Leoda Bradshaw, and she requested to see the baby and the mother dead, and he did oblige by sending pictures shortly before they burnt the bodies. Smith was charged in January in connection with the murder of the mother and the daughter. Smith and Leoda Bradshaw are among 5 people who are charged with the abduction and the murder of Soraya and her mother on September 9th of 2023. The mother and the daughter were reportedly last seen standing at the gate of their Gilmore Drive premises in St. Andrew around 7 a.m. This is the update. The update is that they have been further remanded, no bail was granted, and on July 18th, Leoda Bradshaw and her 3 accused are set to return to court for a case management hearing. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this case. Does the Jamaican government need to be more transparent with this case so that the people can hear all the details and see how this case is being handled compared to how they would handle any other case? Or is it fine that they are keeping things on the wrap and handling things behind the scenes? Let's not forget that there were other people who are involved in this case, and they have been hit with pretty light sentences, and they're off to do their time for their piece of information that they have given and their early plea of guilt. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace. Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, anybody who knows me knows that I come from the rural parts of Jamaica where it's dark in those hills. And from I was a child until now, government still has not installed any street lights in some of the darkest corners of Jamaica. But guess what? We are doing it for ourselves. Just link up with Soninka Limited, because these solar powered street lights are powerful. They are commercial grade, remote controlled, they are waterproof, and did I mention that they are solar powered? So you don't have to wait on JPS, you don't have a bill to pay. These are powered by God's Son. Yes, and you stay on the ground and you remote control it to the brightness of your liking and all these things. Light up your lanes and streets and farms and corners and areas and be safe. All the information needed is on the screen, and Soninka deals with your installation and everything. Call them right now and get yourself out of the darkness and into the light, and tell them that SouFLoTV sent you. All right?